Hey, welcome to CIS 130. I'm your instructor, Brandon Kish, and I'm coming to you from my home office, where I will be every Saturday morning with my buddy Maxwell and perhaps a few other members of my family. From 10 to noon on Saturdays, I will have virtual office hours, and you can access those through Moodle. I do want to give you a brief introduction to the course. CIS 130 is a lot like CIS 100, except it's a bit more focused. If you've taken CIS 100 in recent memory, it's focusing on basic computer concepts and office applications. Well, we're going to take what you learned in CIS 100 and expand upon it. We're going to do a lot more with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and we're also going to talk about Access and databases in general. So although it's a continuation of CIS 100, it is a different textbook. The textbook that we're using this semester for 130 is Volume 2 of Microsoft Office 2010. So you will need to buy that. You can't just use the CIS 100 book. The exercises don't match up. So make sure you get your textbook if you haven't already. I want to mention that we're going to be using Moodle this semester. That's what you're probably accessing this video through right now. I'm actually the college's LMS administrator, Learning Management System Administrator. So I support Moodle for all of our instructors at MID and all of our students. And I work very closely with the help desk. So maybe you've talked with me in the past or contacted the help desk before, and I may have already had an interaction with you before. So that's my day job. I'm teaching this class on the side, so you can get a hold of me on the weekends and by email. My email address is in the syllabus. It's bkish@midmich.edu. And if you read the syllabus, there is an email policy about how I will respond within 24 hours during the weekday, and then the weekend starting on Friday, I need at least 48 hours to get back to you. But I will do my best to respond as quickly as I can. I've got an iPhone. It sits in my pocket all the time, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to you and help you out if you have any questions. This week in CIS 130 is actually dedicated to reviewing Windows 7 and getting to know each other. So in the Moodle shell, you'll see a couple activities. The first one is an introduction forum where I've already posted some information about myself, and I'd like each of you to post just so we can get to know you and reply to each other, ask questions. And that's the very first activity. It's worth 5 points. The second activity is a review type of activity. It's also a forum. You're going to be sharing your favorite tips or features of Windows 7 that you may have learned in CIS 100 or on your own. And you're going to write up a description, make a video maybe, or take a screenshot and share it with us. So look in Moodle for information about that activity. That activity does have a second component where you're going to be trying things out and replying to each other as well. But that's just a basic gist of what you'll be doing. I do want everyone to read the syllabus. I'm expecting everyone to have read that. There is a 5-point quiz that you will take to test your knowledge and understanding of how this class is going to be structured and how it operates. A few highlights from the syllabus. My late work policy is pretty strict. Generally speaking, you need to contact me ahead of time if there's an emergency or something that's going to prevent you from being able to finish something on time. You need to make prior arrangements. Otherwise, it probably won't be accepted for credit. I also list my cell phone number in the syllabus. I do encourage students to text me because it's a fast way to get a hold of me. But please keep everything appropriate and tell me who you are and what class you're in so I can keep things straight throughout the semester. There are going to be weekly quizzes, and that's described in the syllabus, as well as hands-on exercises. And a note about the hands-on exercises, I feel like all of my students hated those in CIS 100, but really, I don't want you to get caught up in the details of the assignment. I want you to realize that they're practice. So if you read the chapter every week, you're going to go through some step-by-step assignments, hands-on exercises through the book, and you're going to be completing those, and you're just uploading those every week to Moodle as practice. You'll need that in order to succeed on the weekly quizzes or even to work on the unit projects. I'm going to expect that you're comfortable with the textbook material. So that's a note about the hands-on exercises. I think I even say in there that some people think it's busy work, but I think it's valuable, and I recognize that it doesn't have to be done step by step perfectly. I just care that you've tried it. So that's what I really want to emphasize is that the assignments are meant to help you practice the concepts so that you can do well in the quizzes and do well on the projects. And so if you keep that in mind, things are going to go really well this semester. Speaking of projects, every chapter or every unit that we're working on, like Word or PowerPoint or Excel, is going to culminate in a project worth 100 points that tests your knowledge of the concepts that we've talked about and being able to use these assignments. It's not out of the book. These assignments have been created by myself, and they will require you to work on something by yourself to apply those concepts, and I will grade the result. There's actually a lot of freedom in these projects. Sometimes you'll get to pick the topic, and sometimes you'll be able to work within some guidelines that I provide you. But everyone is going to be doing their own work and turning it into Moodle. And I'm hoping some of those can even be shared with other members of the class at the end. Like when we do PowerPoint, I'm hoping we can actually present the final PowerPoints that you work on. So I think that's everything I wanted to cover from the syllabus. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Everything you need to know is in the syllabus, and I will see you in the Moodle forums. Thanks.